Ladies and gentlemen, I am Sale, and I am happy to be alive right now because Wands is 2 of the group. He's 2 of the group. What's up? Oh man, not only is a Protoss advanced, but my hero has advanced. You see, this is like a reversal of fortune. For the first time in like the history of me casting Brood War, I think a person that I've hyped has actually won. And not just one, but he's like 2 of the group when he was a big underdog. Yeah! Alright. It's the end of the Sale Curse. The Sale Curse is no more. So... losers match. Oh hey! TVT. TTF versus Terror. It's going to be on match point again. 2-player map. And should be interesting. TVTs tend to be quite long, so I think I will not dally. And we will go into the game. Alright, here we go. At the bottom left as the white Terran, we have TTF. And with his opponent. At the top right is the brown Terran. We will have Terror in an oh-so-rare matchup in the foreign scene, especially the TLS. So, this is an indication that it is probably not going to be a long TVT. This is in fact not going to be that long. It could, I don't know. Maybe it could be. I mean, you know, Terra went for a 2-fact and then that turned into a long game. But we're gonna have some proxy racks and shenanigans. He's only sent 1 SCV though, so this could be just proxy 1-8 racks. He might build a second one in his main. Where's he building this thing? Is he oh, he's building at the middle only. Nice, nice. Ooh, aha, good. Man, so finally, see, I keep saying that match point is like a super cheesy map, but until this point, the only cheese we saw was Mazur trying to cannon rush True Touch. But we got another one here. We got another one. TTF busting out the proxy racks. He's not building a second racks yet. He doesn't have enough money. And Terror's gonna build in his main. Oh, look at this. He's checking his main base for proxies. Not gonna see anything there. And oh no, he's also just going to build the barracks here as well. So he's building it kind of at the bottom left of his base because you know, generally in TVT you don't really need Marines. Just build like 1 Marine to kill a scouting SCV and then you lift off your barracks, go scout with it. So you can see he's built it just a little bit closer to his opponent's main base. Now the question is, does CDF make a second barracks? No, he just makes the gas now. It's actually very early as well. Well, no, not that early actually. Sorry, I'm a little bit confused by the supply because he's like, it's the same, roughly the same time, actually slightly later than when Terra got it, but he still had less supply. Oh, busted. So busted. So busted. See that? See that? Boom! So, Terra now knows exactly what's going on. And TTF's trying to harass his SCV to stop the barracks, but it's not gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. Now this A-Rax though, this A-Rax, I mean, okay, so it obviously cost TTF in mining time with that early SCV, which was quite expensive because he sent it out really early. But he only built 1 barracks, he's not doing like a 2 barracks all in. So, you know, he doesn't have to kill Terror. If he just kills a couple of SCVs and, you know, does some decent harassment, maybe throws Terror off his game a little bit, he will be able to come back still. I mean, he's still going to be a little bit behind, I think. I mean, he's definitely behind at this point, having only killed 1 SCV. But he's not completely dead. It's kind of like the situation between Terra and Wands again, where Terra went for 2-fact, got scouted, and didn't really do anything. You know, if TTF follows us up with some good, you know, I don't know, some kind of harassment or some kind of 2-fact all-in, could be effective. A couple SCVs coming off here to help out. SCVs are actually surprisingly effective against Marines. They actually beat Marines one-on-one if there's no micro. And as you can see, the SCVs are the hero of the story. 2 kills. Oh my god, they both got 2 kills. The SCVs just killed everything. Yeah, who needs Marines, man? Look at these badasses. Look at these guys. So sick. SCV is too imba, man. See, this is why they nerfed them in the beginning of Wings of Liberty. See, look at these Brood War SCVs. These guys got 60 HP, and also Marines and Brood War are stupid, so that you can't like stutter step very easily. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. Pretty good. Uh-oh, we got a 2-fact. We got a 2-fact. Oh, versus a starport. Is he going for vulture drops? If he's going for vulture drops, he's gonna die. He's gonna die so bad. I think that's what he's doing. He's not 2-porting. Nope, he's not 2-porting. Actually, what happens if somebody goes 2-port Wraith against 2-fact? I think the 2-porter will still die. Even though the 2-factor doesn't have any anti-air, he'll just lose all his SCVs, I'm pretty sure. But I'm not even sure if I've ever seen that happen, so I don't actually know for sure. But in any case, let's see what happens. 1 Wraith and then dropship or something like that? Or is he going to go straight drop? So yeah, he's going to make 1 Wraith first. It's pretty common. He could just 1-fact 1-port and keep making Wraiths, so that'd be a little bit... I don't think that'd be very good on this map because it's all flat and open. So going for these kinds of more technical, fragile builds are a little bit more risky, I think. Anyway, it looks like TDF gonna sneak in here with a couple of vultures. He's actually gonna do some nice target firing. Take down 2 of these vultures. Oh, doesn't quite get the last one off though. Gonna bring that guy back, and he's actually gonna keep making Wraiths. Okay, so he's just doing 1-fact 1-port, not doing a drop. But that, I mean, even then, okay, this is gonna be interesting. So actually, Terra's doing a 2-fact, but he's doing 2-fact vultures. So he's not gonna have any anti-air, but he's gonna have so many more vultures than his opponent that he should be able to just kill a whole bunch of SCVs. Oh, look at this! Very nice, smart reaction there by TTF. Immediately cancels the machine shop. Knows he needs to make vultures in response to pure vultures. Even if he randomly gets a Goliath or a tank, it would actually be bad because Terra's going to get spider mines and he's just going to be able to mine up everything. So the actual best counter to mass vultures is just to mass vulture yourself until you can get a decent number of Goliaths or tanks. Because in small numbers, they actually get surrounded and mined and owned by mines very, very easily. Now, what is Terra making? Okay, he's got an armory now. He's going to make a couple of Goliaths to help deal with these Wraiths. But he's got a bunch of... well, actually, he's got a couple of Vultures. I thought these were Vultures. These are actually Marines. He sent his Marines out to attack you. He's going to do some kind of random, sick timing attack with 4 Marines and Vultures. Not really a timing attack, more like just a badass attack with your Marines. I don't know what to call this. What is this? This is crazy. Ooh, really nice response by TTF again. Gonna block this off here. Wow, he's actually walled this in completely with a command center. Man, TTF, I gotta say, he's pretty smart in these reactions. His TBT seems pretty good, at least response-wise. Unfortunately for him, with these 4 Marines here, that's still gonna be a little bit tricky. Although Vultures are pretty good against Marines, actually. And look at this, nice target firing, nice control here, moving out of range of the Marines. Wow! TTF just holding that easily. Oh man, dude, TTF, this guy's good. This guy's not just a random all-inner. Or maybe he is. Maybe this is what happens when, you know, you do sneaky strats against people all the time. You get good at reacting to these kind of interesting situations. The problem is there's a couple of Goliaths coming out. He does have a tank, though, but no siege mode just yet. I don't know. I think he'll be okay. This SCV might get sniped, though. That'll be quite annoying. The SCV gets sniped. The Goliaths are doing their work. Gotta be a little bit careful, but the Goliaths do have quite big range as well, though. But I think he saw the tank and he got a little bit scared. So he's actually just gonna contain his opponent. And we're actually going to a long game. Oh my god, he got a 3rd factory as well. Is he just gonna 1-base all in? Oh my god, he's going 3-fact starport on 1 base. You cannot afford constant production from all those. Is he just gonna go for a drop as well? Get a Wraith of his own? Terra's gone crazy, man. I don't know what he's doing anymore. 3-fact 1 port. Anyway, giant minefield in the natural now, so it's going to be a little bit tricky for TTF to move out there. You can technically A-move with Terran Mech because they have instant shot, but against like this many clumped mines, it's quite dangerous. So yeah, Terra's just gone mental, and he's building so many buildings off 1 base, he cannot really afford it. You gotta be so careful, dude. TTF, you gotta be careful. There's a lot of mines here. Some players will try and like defuse it with Marines. Oh god, that's not good. Ah! Oh, see, what? See, that's what I'm talking about. Instant shot lets you just aim move that. But with siege tanks there, with only Goliaths and Vultures. Yeah, he is actually going to drop. He might actually try and drop Goliaths directly on top of the siege tanks in order to break it. Although, since he's expanding behind, he might actually just be going for harassment instead. And it looks like we have some line clearance. Oh, slight mistake there. Does lose a single siege tank and doesn't even clear the last mine. That's got to be frustrating for TTF. I would be so mad if I just cleared all those mines and there was still a mine left. Oh my god! He sees the on siege! Terror moves in at the perfect time! He catches the tanks on siege. 2 tanks in the back. SCVs though did come out to transfer and then actually are now able to block. The command center though is getting targeted down. The tanks have sieged up. The SCVs are mass repairing and it looks like the SCVs might save it. There's a scan. He doesn't get the Wraith. He doesn't get the command center. Wow, crazy move by Terror there. I thought he would get it. But with the emergency repair from Terror, it looks like it was enough. For the first dropship, sorry, the emergency repair by TTF, excuse me. The first dropship for Terror is out. Wait, what just happened there? Why did that tank shoot itself? Oh, was there a mine there or something? That was a little bit weird. It looks like more Wraiths are being produced by TTF, continuing with the good old one fact, one port. And keeping some SCVs here to buffer as well. He's gonna be really mad that he can't land this thing though. But we got some units moving over. What's he gonna drop? It's gonna be a Vulture drop. It's gonna be Goliath drop. Ooh, gotta be careful there. Even if he kills the mine, splash damage still can hurt his tanks. And yes, it is gonna be a Vulture drop. Gotta bring one more Vulture. Why is it not bringing one more Vulture? Oh man, dude, you could've brought 3 Vultures. You could've brought 4 Vultures even, dude. 2 Vultures is not exciting. That's not cool. Anyway, there's the evacuation. And these are actually just not killing things. Why are they not killing things? Okay, there we go. And it's not gonna last long. Although that tank did eat a mine. But the Wraith's gonna help take care of that. So it looks like, despite that crazy opening, this is actually gonna turn into a little bit of a longer game here. Pretty expected. It's a TVT after all. Let's see, 67 supply for Terror against 50 supply for TTF. So Terror has a pretty nice supply lead right now. He's got really nice SCV saturation. Of course, TTF lost a lot of SCVs to help defend against those attacks. And it looks like the Wraith's just going to poke around here and make sure there's no additional drops incoming. The Barracks even landing so it doesn't get taken out by the Wraiths. And it looks like Terror's just going to pull most of his forces back, leave a few spire mines at the front. No real reason to hold there for now, I guess. You know, wants to make sure he's defending against counter drops and counter harassment from the Wraiths and things like that. You can see he's just now adding some turrets in his main base. And it looks like, oh, we're going to lose a siege tank here as well at the front. That's going to be nice. Glad's going to save the extra couple of siege tanks. And, woo. So, for factories. This kind of split factory, by the way, I would imagine is going to hurt Terra's macro. Oh god, that's not good. Hide, run to the turret. But yeah, building placement actually makes a difference. Not just in terms of making sure units don't get trapped and making things making good use of space, but also in terms of the fact that when you macro, ideally you want everything in the same screen. So you have like a screen hotkey for all your factories, and you just go there, you just click everything, or you just have one of them hotkeyed. You double tap it, macro from all the buildings, and that's it. If you have them split in 2 locations, it's easy to, well, it's first of all, you've got to go here, click, click, and then you got to scroll up here, click, click. That's a bit bad. And also, sometimes you just forget that you have 2 sets of factories, and you just miss rounds of macro from one or the other. Anyway, it looks like Terra's being a little bit aggressive here. He's trying to take this position right outside the map. This is a really nice position on the low ground you can take without even moving up the ramp, and you can actually hit the command center from the low ground. Really obnoxious position that Terran can take in all matchups, in fact. Really hard to deal with unless you're a Terran and you have sea tanks of your own, as you can see. And even then, it's still pretty obnoxious. It looks like Terra has lost enough units that he is just going to pull back now and abandon that little attack. He managed to get a couple of Wraiths out of the encounter, so that's pretty nice. It does open him up, or allow him to do some more drops, although it looks like a few more Wraiths actually were just chilling in the back. So, looks like a couple additional factories building for Mr. TTF. Terra seems to have a slight misproportion of SCVs here. He's got way too many SCVs here in the main base. He's got so many SCVs. Oh my god, that is a crazy saturation. Anyway, the Wraiths are just flying around. There's only 2 of them left, so the main thing they can do now is just deny expansions, while Terror, on the other hand, is just going to use Mines to deny expansions as well. So both players kind of with the same idea, although it looks like Terror actually built a command center around his natural and floating out. Factories in the natural, so this is actually either the 3rd location where he has factories, again splitting his macro attention. However, I do prefer these factories on the edge compared to these ones in the main. Match point very easy to get dropped in your main base. So, you know, if you have some production facilities around here, it's actually quite beneficial. A lot of players do that going into the late game. They'll build it kind of between their natural and the 3rd. In the meantime, no 3rd command center just yet from TTF, while Terra actually kind of double expanded. He's going to flip this one over to the 12 o'clock base as well, and just get uber income here. That 12 o'clock base is actually going to be more useful because that's a gas base, where this is just a mineral only. But yeah, Terror really abusing the fact that he kind of has the map control, even though there's a couple of Wraiths around. He's the one with the bigger ground army, and he's really, you know, just making good use of it, and that's what we like to see. He's at 114 supply against 86. A couple of patrolling Wraiths just going to block drops now. Can't really stop expansions anymore just by themselves. And I think Terra's in overall good shape. I'm not really sure what TTF's thinking here. He's just going to do the 2 base all in, because he's not getting another command center. I mean, sure, he probably doesn't know about the 12 o'clock, but even if he should at least have seen the 3rd command center, I think, with his Wraith, so he's got to think of something soon. Or he's just going to fall really far behind. And there's the SCV transfer over to the 12 o'clock. So Terra is about to start mining from 4 bases against 2 here. This is not something that TTF can allow for more than a minute or so. We're just going to be way too far behind. But the problem is he's already like 30-something supply behind anyway. So I don't even know how he's going to attack here. So he's going to catch a few random units like this. I mean, I guess if Terror throws away small groups of units in this fashion, TTF could do something. And TTF has apparently seen the 12 o'clock. Ooh, this is cute. Look at that, mining the outside so he doesn't get sieged from the back. I actually never thought of this. I don't think I've even seen it before, but that's actually quite a good idea. And here we go. TTF can attack the 12 o'clock. He's got to be careful though. There's a lot of mines in position. These are actually his mines. No! He's going to the what's natural. Ah, it's a fake out. It's actually a fake out, and by fake out I mean, does he even know about the 12 o'clock? I still don't know if he even knows about it. He could have just gone around the long way to try and take down the natural. Oh, nice minefield though by Terra. Oh man, really well done. Look at that. Grabs 2 of those siege tanks for free. Now has the high ground. Gonna siege up there, and easy peasy. So that is the end of that. TTF now slightly stranded in the middle of the map. He doesn't know where to go anymore. Looks like he's gonna head northwards. So there are a couple of tanks there with mines already. Using a scan to clear some of those out. There are only 2 tanks there, so the Vultures can move in and help buffer for the siege tanks in the back. And it looks like it could be effective here. Terra does have a couple of dropships though. He needs to load them up and come back to defend here. If he can just drop on top of these tanks, he should be okay. But in the meantime, he's gonna lose some of these SCVs. Yeah, you can see the dropships are coming in now. These should be able to clear up those siege tanks. This poor Goliath is completely stuck in the mineral line, but there we go. Gonna clean this up. Or not? Oh. It's more or less cleaned up, but look at this. Counterattack by Terra with the bulk of his army. Gonna deny this mineral only from TTF. Really making good use of these vultures. And that Goliath gonna close the range, close the gap. And there you go. GG from TTF. Terror moves on to the final match. And TTF has been eliminated from TLS Season 2. Unfortunately, once again, making it to the round of 24, but no further. And that means, oh, we have such an exciting match for the final match. Terror versus Napoleon of high-class TVZ. This is going to be good, I promise you. Both these players seem a little bit shaky. I mean, they both lost to Wands today, which certainly probably didn't help their confidence. But yeah, this should be very interesting. I hope it's a nice long game. The map is going to be Fighting Spirit, and it will be 1 game to decide which of these 2 players advances to the round of 16 and which one is eliminated. So stay tuned for that.